So, welcome to the Belle Bar Organics and Curly Proverbs Long Hair Don't Care kit. Okay, so this is everything you get in the box. And the first thing that we are going to do is we are going to review the onion and garlic thickening Ayurvedic herb hair oil. It is supposed to promote growth. What I'm showing you right now is just some sediment that was at the bottom. So you're just going to see me shake it up and try to get some of those sediments actually, to dissipate into the oil. I'm going to pick up the other jar just to see if we can see the difference, like, with the one that was shaken because it did get a little cloudy and the other one that wasn't shaken, but we can't see a difference. So this oil you would use as a pre-poo, or you can use it during the week. I am low porosity, so I have to be careful how I use oils because they typically tend to sit on top of my strands. But for low porosity, I think you are advised to use it between like 1 and 3 times based on the back of the jar. Next, we have the hibiscus and black soap moisturizing hair cleanser for stronger, thicker, healthier strands. This is actually a cleanser, you guys. It's not a typical shampoo, and it's very smooth. It has some oil, very moisturizing. It does not lather much because it is natural. It has a very soft consistency, and it's bomb. I really don't know what else to tell you guys. What you actually do is take about 1 teaspoon of this and mix it in 8 ounces, which we're going to try to do a little later in this video. And then we'll make the shampoo. Next, we have henna. Now, each box from the Long Hair Don't Care challenge comes with either one henna or one fenugreek, which you have a chance to choose. I chose henna just because I had never used it on my natural hair and I wanted to see how it worked. But this is a strengthening hair gloss. Now we have the green tea strengthening tea rinse. It strengthens hair and promotes hair growth. I'm just showing you just what the back of the jar looks like. There's some directions here. There's also some ingredients. And the directions is to brew about 2 teaspoons and 8 ounces of water. I'm going to make that a little later for you guys. I do way less than that, but let's just get to this jar. So this tea actually does have lavender, chamomile, black tea, green tea, calendula, sage, just to name a few. You actually get the actual herb, and it smells really good, smells real familiar. And you'll see me make that as well in this video. Next, we have the hibiscus restorative hair mask. This is to deeply moisturize your hair. This is actually a deep conditioner, you guys. So what happens is you take this about up to 2.5 teaspoons based on your length, and you are going to mix that in about 3 tablespoons of warm water, and then you can add an active ingredient, which we're going to do later in this video. We're going to add an active ingredient, or you can add about 1 cup of your favorite deep conditioner or conditioner. Okay, it's very fine, it's very smooth. It has just a very smooth consistency, and it's nothing like any other henna powders I used before. Now we have the argan oil. This is for shine and moisture hair butter. It softens and adds shine. It has more so the consistency of shea butter with oil. So if you have ever used shea butter before, you know that like if you've ever warmed it up before, typically you can warm it up in your hand and it melts down like an oil. Or if you keep it in, let's say, a place that's particularly warm, it can start to break down the shea butter, and then it will be like an oil. So This right here I really like. It is very moisturizing. A little goes a long way. As you can see, I have quite a bit of oil there on my hand. I really like this. I would recommend, if you don't get anything else, get this argan oil and get this onion and garlic oil. Okay. So next up, I'm going to take about 2 ounces of hot water, and I'm going to brew about a quarter of a teaspoon in the tea. Yes, you heard me right. A quarter of a teaspoon. Why? During the first week, I listened to the directions, which the directions are for, they're just overall average directions. And the directions on the jar says that you are to brew 2.4 teaspoons and 8 ounces of water. Now, it also states that you can only use the tea within the 7 days that you make it. So when I made it in 8 ounces, it was too much for my hair. My hair is only collarbone length, a little beneath my collarbone. And not only that, I am instructed to use the tea less than someone who has high porosity. So I'm instructed to use it 1 to 2 times per week. And if I was high porosity, I think it's like 2 to 3 times per week. Now we are going to make our hibiscus and black soap cleanser. So what we are going to do first, we are going to pour 8 ounces of hot water into this bowl. And then I'm going to take 1 teaspoon of the hibiscus and black soap cleanser and stir it into the hot water. That way it will loosen up the oils and the black soap and the hibiscus. And so you're going to see the water get cloudy, and it's going to loosen up all of the ingredients and the sediments into the water. So what you're going to do is you're going to just take the spoon and kind of press out any lumps that you may have. With the hot water, it does melt pretty easily. Okay? So the second part of making your cleanser, you're going to strain the water off of the sediments. You're going to see some sediments in the bottom of the bowl. And then we are going to remove the strainer and take the teapot and pour it into this applicator bottle that I have here. Next, we are going to strain our tea into this 8-ounce rose water spray bottle that I saved after the rose water was done. So you're just going to see me take a funnel, place it into the bottle, and I have a strainer inside of the funnel. The next step is to make your moisturizing mask. To do that, we are going to use the Hibiscus Deep Moisturizing Mask. You're going to take 2 teaspoons, up to 2.5 teaspoons, depending on your hair length. I have collarbone hair length, so I decided to use 2 teaspoons. So you're going to see me take 2 teaspoons of the mask, put the mask into the bowl, and then we are going to take 3 tablespoons of hot water and mix it together with a fork. So here we are with the 3 tablespoons of hot water. 1, 2, 3. And now we are going to take a plastic fork to mix up or really to press out any lumps that you may have from the mask. The hot water does help it melt down, and it just sort of dissolves into the water. So, a couple things. One, I want to thank you if you are still with me thus far. I'm going to ask you to please like, comment, subscribe, share. Second, I want to say that this competition is very DIY. You are going to be hands-on from beginning to end. So just prepare yourself for that. This is not like a typical collection, where everything's there for you and you just use the product as is. As you can see, we have made our cleanser. Now we're taking part in making the moisturizing deep conditioner. So I chose to use the avocado. You may choose to use another active ingredient, maybe yogurt, maybe honey, some other active ingredient, or you may choose to use a conditioner. You're going to see me put a conditioner in the camera in just a minute. But if you were to use a traditional conditioner, you would use up to 1 cup depending on your hair length. Also, if you have a blender, you can definitely blend your active ingredient and then add the warm water and hibiscus to the active ingredient once it's blended. I'm just showing you what the process could be like. If you have a strainer such as this one and you do not have a blender, this is, one way that you would be able to blend your ingredients and strain it. You want to make sure you strain your active ingredient so that you do not have any pieces left in your hair. You want it to rinse out really well. By the way, this hibiscus mask does rinse out really, really well. There goes the conditioner that you can use. The hibiscus mask rinse out really well on its own because it's very fine. So if you put it with a conditioner, or you put it with an active ingredient and you blend it well, you should not have a problem rinsing it out of your hair, okay? So I just want to take a moment and say that. This is what the deep conditioner and avocado looks like after I strain it 2 times by hand. This is a nice, smooth, baby-like consistency. Thank you guys for sticking with me this far. What's going to happen right now is we are going to use all of these ingredients in the second video. So we're going to use that shampoo first. Then we are going to go in with the deep conditioner. I'm going to sit under the dryer. We are also going to use the tea, show you guys how I use the tea, as well as the argan oil and the onion and garlic oil. Okay, so it's just going to be a short video that's just going to show how I actually use these ingredients and how you're supposed to use these ingredients while you are in the challenge, or even if you just purchase the products and you try them without being a part of the challenge. Bye. Thank you for tuning in.